Wake.
Where the hell are you?
Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked
You
around by
want
you.
to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello! Ah!
I'm gonna kill him!
I had to get to Mirror Peak. It was close. Maybe closer than ever before. When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse. The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution. Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the Dark Presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him. There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment. I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. "Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent."
Está eso de que si es un déjà vu, porque si es un déjà vu y sabes lo que vas a decir, no lo dices.
Yo no para déjà vu.
¿Sí? Yo no sé, yo nomás lo evito porque es como de, sería raro, ¿no? Yo siento que lo evito también porque es como de, pues ya sé qué respuesta me vas a dar, ya para qué. Tal vez es como Alan Wake, Sara.
Yo creo sabes que yo siempre lo digo.
No, se fue en otra vida.
Yo,
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I hold him at gunpoint and made him talk.
Compa, no leí tu monólogo interno.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
Esto ya valió queso.
The place was dead, a ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
Oh. Oh. Ah.
Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction. I had lost count of the times I had wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block. Something to fight, something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal. Even now, I was angry at myself, angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
¿Te gustó su canción?
Sí, la escucho. Aunque no se precie, sí. Sí, la escucho. Feo,
Oh, oh. 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 Literal, mi gameplay es echarle luz. Ya casi. Ah. No tengo munición, denme munición. Soy pobre. No tengo ni un peso para esto. Ah,
Que es mi primo, pero es mi papá. Mira, ya llegaron los señoritas.
fui yo. Au.
Anything outside of riding is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit. The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up. Birds.
Dios mío.
Birds.
No manches. ¿Cuánto dura este juego? Voy a la mitad.
No manches.
Sí. Bueno, mitad. Y a medias. Según Google dice que tiene 6 capítulos. Voy 3. Bueno, estoy en el 3. Nunca va a terminar este juego. Esto que ya duró 3 años.
¿Qué otro juego?
¿Quién dijo Alan? ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? No escucho. ¿Qué voz era?
Creo que me lo sabe buscar. No, no sabes.
Tunnel go to the culture.
¿Dónde de las garras?
Oye, creo que sí.
Sí, ¿verdad? Y luego, y ni le queda.
Ya me-
Without warning, the headache stabbed at my brain.
Ni lo ojo, man.
Creo que es Sleep Deprivation World.
Y yo estoy loco.
Alice?
¡Oh!
I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here.
Salió una imagen.
Oye, después me puedes enviar mi compu.
The hunters were
¿Qué dije?
big, thick-set men, confident and at home in the woods. They were feeling good, running on beer, ghost stories, and camaraderie late into the night. It did them no good, as they were taken by the dark presence, sucked deep into a darkness far worse than any ghost story they ever told or heard.
Mañana me acuerdas. Te dije desde la semana pasada. Oye, tú me dijiste que me debías unas chokis.
Cierto. Le tenía muchas tofas.
Y te... Estabas babeando, estás como Clotilde, así viendo las galletas, yo creo.
Bueno, sí.
Ya quiere jugar el 2.
Even behind the closed doors and curtains of his grimy room at the Majestic, the local motel, Nightingale could feel the locals' eyes on him, the unrelenting pressure of their judgment. He forced it out of his mind. For all he knew, they could all be under Wake's spell already. You do what you have to do to get the job done. He took comfort from the bottle in his hand. Please, he thought, just let me get through this.
Está hablando de un detective. Es que ya me estoy dando spoilers. Porque... No sé, esto está extraño. ¿Qué pasó? Hello. Ah, ya valiste, men, porque tengo como 500 de las balas hechizas. Así yo sé. Así de fácil.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Ay, no, chica, que ese botón y todo eso.
Yo peleando con el diablo y tú, poco. Como en, ¿sabes que estaba jugando el Elden Ring? ¿Te acuerdas? Que estaba tan... Después diablo. ¿Te acuerdas? Que estaba enorme. El chamuco, gente, el chamuco. Spooky.
Lightning flashed behind the windows of Cauldron Lake Lodge. Tor Anderson laughed and held the steel hammer above his head. Nurse Sinclair was trying to calm him down without success. Tor grinned madly and shouted, "My hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Molnir, wench." He brought the hammer down with all his might on Sinclair's head. "We're on a comeback tour, baby."
Es que pasé este juego cuando estaba chiquito, no guardo nada.
No sé.
There's an open door.
Oh, great. Another cable car. Just great.
No fue. Oh,
Reflejo.
en el vaso.
Es estúpida. Un reflejo. Ay, perdón. ¿Por qué no le cantas con Mariana?
De hecho, voy a decir que quiero soñar.
Un día les voy a llevar a un golf para que canten eso.
Si quieren ese lugar.
Ay, los odio todos ustedes. Ay, qué pex, qué pex. Que me largo, estúpidos. Corre por tu vida, Alan Wake, corre por tu vida. Ah. Ay. Ay, no me vayan a aplicar la de Final Fantasy. Ahí se rompió.
Julián la cocina es una cocina todo muy simple.
Yo con Ise.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn. But there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the
La otra
rotten
vez estaba
ruin of the
triste por
footbridge
los
that had once
embos
led
de
to Diver's
Cefalo
Isle
y
before
dije,
it sank
todo va a
beneath the
estar bien.
waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
Un Tiki Wild.
Ahí también.
Rip. Ay, solo queda decir. Yo decía Hole, pero bueno. Es que Hole está tan triste, pero es como triste, pero con esperanza,
Sí,
¿sabes?
a mí me chillar. Ya va.
Sí, y es como de. Es como de, man. Piu, piu, piu.
Don't worry, I'll be with you. Now, stop it, rush.
Ay, este men, ¿cómo es que sigue caminando al lugar más oscuro del universo, men?
No se va de Guatemala, ¿no? Peor es menos tiempo.
No me digas que va a intentar entrar por un maldito sótano. Maldita sea. Sí, dude, estamos peleando contra el demonio. I miss you, Tom. Did you write this? Ay, oh my god.
Chiquita, chu, chu, chu. Don't worry, I'll be with you. Dice Don Porel. Corea quiere la chu.
Sí. Ah,
¿Sabes qué canción de K-pop me hace chillar? Que es estúpido.
Mm.
What is love? ¿Por qué? No sé. Porque cada vez que escucho What is love quiero chillar.
oh my god. Sí. Ah, estúpidos. Es que yo puedo hacer movida. Indeed, talk to you later. La mejor canción de Island. Okay.
Eso la semana pasada lo estoy diciendo. This is the one of a kind, no de PPOE.
Right. So the girls like I wanna get, yeah, you know.
Le hubieran puesto, ¿cómo se llama? Puesto mi challenge, esto es de la estupidez.
¿Qué
I
dije?
could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat.
¿Por qué no lo subiste, Sara? Dijeron, Sara no lo subió, no podemos.
Dice que nomás no lo hice.
Sí, ella dio el millón.
I was close now. I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find. I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
Es que en la página estaba describiendo cómo tenían a Wake drogado y le dijeron que estuviera calmado porque fue un paciente de su clínica desde hace un tiempo. Y así de, ¿cómo que desde hace un tiempo? O sea, está loco. ¿Eh?
Hey, I'm here! I'm coming!
No! Get away! Sorry. Please, it's late. The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. We don't have a wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make a play ball. You see? They got it writing for us. Please. Please. Oh. I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me. Ah! Ah!
Oh. Mira, pues. Es que no has visto. En pantallas luego sale él mismo escribiendo, todo loco. Oh. Ujú.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I
Es
was told
que
that
no,
Alice had
no
been
creo,
kidnapped,
gorda, porque en esos
but that
tiempos
was
no
a
se
lie.
vendían los
We
juegos
don't
así.
have his wife.
Esto fue antes de Life is
A
Strange.
purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Episodio 4, la
Alan.
verdad.
Shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it.
Oh, esto es
You
justo lo que
went
leí.
through Another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages. The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah, I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message, loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good. This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
Me quedaron muy bonitos mis lentes de Harry Potter.
Sí.
Quedaron muy tiernos. Bueno, no te tomarlo foto.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Hicieron al like mi honestidad.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the
I let him
illness,
talk.
after all.
Hartman
I'm the
obviously
one
loved
trying
his
to
own
bring you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed.
madly inside my head.
But
I
can't
dug my
do
nails
it
into
by
the palms of my
myself.
hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside. Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay. Sorry. Boo.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on
Elbow
video
strike.
games.
Ooh, yeah.
It's trash, of course, but it does
Get
involve
him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel like it, you should continue.
Okay.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better. Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
Sí. Yo mismo.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Tor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark. Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're alright, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's gotta go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we'd forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
My head was flaring up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, got any booze?
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words.
Anya.
Yeah, no. Sorry,
we have
guys.
a stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine. Clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Sí, ¿verdad?
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too.
De gordo.
I may need a hand here later on, Birch. The storm's bound to make you-know-who jumpy. You know how they...
Qué sueño.
No tengo tanto frío,